Good afternoon, folks. Last time you saw me, I was in the truck. Reason why I'm dressed like this is because I'm always in the truck. So I do a lot of thinking when I'm in the truck. Now I'm downstairs in the pit, with all my stuff. And you see all these cars and things, and you see all the die casts on the wall there. I had a guy ask me the other day that watches my channel. He watched one of the videos on my channel. He said he collected Hot Wheels, and he was talking about the Hot Wheels he collected, and I listened to him, and he was explaining that I don't just collect Hot Wheels. This is not any pun to that guy, because I got Hot Wheels. I got all kinds of stuff down here. I mean, I got Johnny Lightnings, I got Hot Wheels, I got Big Time, I got, what the heck is that back there? Yeah, I got the Big Time, I got the One Bad Ride. What do you call them? A Matchbox Super Fast. I got an Auto World. I got Lowriders when they was making them. They don't make them anymore. I used to buy those. But I got any number of Hot Wheels, any number of die-cast cars that you could think of, I don't really collect Hot Wheels as far as the collectibles. I buy what I like. Mostly, I like the oddities that they make. When I was growing up, the Hot Wheels that I liked was the Mustangs, the Camaros, the Trans Ams, the Firebirds, and they recently started redoing your old cars, your '67 Firebirds. I know because I got a whole bunch of them over there on that wall over there, different colors, because that's the car my pops had, and I fell in love with it. I'm not even a GM lover. I like all kinds of cars. Not any one in particular, but if I had to choose one car, it would probably be his car, and then I've grown to like the Mustangs because of the ease of working on them. There's plenty of them if you need parts. The parts aren't so astronomical you can't afford to fix one either. And I'm not just talking about a Fox body. I mean, if you had a 65, okay, compare my 65 289 car to the 67 Firebird I got out here. Now granted, the Firebird is not a 400 car. It was a sprint car. Now granted, and in this day and age, it doesn't matter what they are, because if it ain't numbers matching and it being restored to that, it ain't really worth anything other than what you want it to be worth. Now, you can take the shell of something, make it into whatever you want. Big Josh lives up the street. He got a 69 Camaro. I say 69 Camaro, you say 69 Camaro. Doesn't matter what's in it. You put whatever motor you want in a 69 Camaro, because back in the day, you got a 69 Camaro, it could have a straight 6 in it. It could have a 302 in it, 327, 350. Whatever motor you wanted to put in it. You could swap a motor back then in it, just like you can swap a motor in it now. Most of them got LS motors in them, LS3, LS2, LT1, you name it, LT4. The gambit of motors you can put in a 69 Camaro. That doesn't change the fact that it's a 69 Camaro. It doesn't matter what the drivetrain is in it. If it's got a 6-speed, or if it's got a 4-speed, or if it's got the original Muncie Rock Crusher 4-speed in it with the winding gears. You don't see a whole lot of that too much anymore, unless it's somebody kept it all original and they don't really take it out and beat on it, like these guys that build an LS car, put a 6-speed in it, it'll run. Yeah, it's not original, but it's still a 69 Camaro. Who cares, right? In the end, you see it sitting over there, it's a 69 Camaro. Doesn't matter what kind of wheels it got on it, it's bad. It's bad. Same thing with any of the rest of them. But back to what I was saying. All this junk down here, you know, he was talking about when he died, he's probably got thousands of dollars in Hot Wheels. I'm not really sure what a Hot Wheels is worth. I know I paid what, 99 cents for them at the most. I've picked them up here and there years, over the years, just whatever I liked, I picked it up, and it wasn't anything special. I don't go for the special Hot Wheels. I pick what I like. I see a Dodge Charger is bad, I buy it. No, I'm not a Dodge guy, but I still like the old stuff. Superbird, Super Bee, Coronet, Roadrunner. I like it. I'll never own it. That doesn't mean I don't like looking at it. That don't mean I don't have respect for the Dodge guys. Now, granted, most of them are really old because there ain't a young guy that can even afford Dodge products. And even the new Dodge products are super expensive. So you gotta have a little money there for Dodge products, and then, you're gonna soup one up. You gotta have a little cash flow too. But that just, we ain't gonna get off into that. That'll be another discussion. And we can have discussions on my channel because that's what my channel is for. We can sit around and talk about what we think. Now, granted, everybody's gonna have a different opinion when it comes to this brand or that brand or what you like. You build what you can afford. Now, granted, time being of the essence that we don't build a car in a year. I ain't never built no car in a year. I ain't got that kind of time. I don't have that kind of money. And I've got either one or the other. I got plenty of time. I got plenty of money. I never have both at the same time. So, I do what I can when I can. I buy what I need to. I set it on the shelf. I get time. I put it on the car. That's the way it works. So that's the way it works when you're a blue collar worker. If I was white collar, I'd probably just pay somebody to build me a car. That isn't what I learned. I'm sure most of you that are watching my channel, if you work on cars, you like hot rods, you go to car shows, any of those things, you are into getting your hands dirty, just like me. You are not into paying someone to work on your car or build your car. And granted, I can do renderings. I got my own renderings on this wall over here of what that Firebird could look like. There's 3 different renderings. There's 2 on this wall and 1 on that wall. Now, granted, the one on that wall is if I kept it original color, if it was yellow. Now, granted, the one on the wall ain't butternut yellow, but it's yellow. The other 2 have no color. And there are differentiations from each one on ways of minimizing things done to it and then maximizing, all the details. It's got more details, and this one's got more details, and this one's got less details. This one's got a different spoiler, and this one's got a different air dam, and things people would pick up that would come from different years of Firebirds and Trans Ams. See, you look at things, and then you can add those aspects into a car, and it's still a 67, but it just has aspects of an 80 model, 79, hood scoop from the Bandit car, the Bandit screaming chicken on the hood, those kinds of things. Details are details. But in the end, you don't spend your money like that. We don't have money like that. Now, if I'm gonna build a car, I build it my way. Now, granted, I can pay somebody. I could go tell somebody and say, hey, I want this motor, I want this transmission, I want it to be this color, and you can do that. You gotta pay them. You gotta pay them for their time. But you just don't have that feeling. You know that feeling of you pull up to the car show, or you pull up to a gas station. And somebody says, "Hey, bro, that's a nice car." And you go, "Thanks." It's not the same if you go buy a brand new Mach 1 or a GT500 or a brand new Corvette. You know, I don't really see guys go, "Hey, bro, that's a nice car." They just look at it and nod their head a little bit. As far as bought cars, eh, they they look like they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's their idea of what they think you want. And if it looks like something you want, or even something you could work with, and granted, every car to me is a starting point. If I'm gonna buy it, I see the initial design of it, but I also see things that I could change to make it mine. And granted, I ain't finna take a torch and start cutting this car up that I just bought, but I don't believe in chopping up an original design either. That's that's one difference between me and a Ken Dickett guy or some of these other cats want to go chopping up roofs and shaving door handles and all that. I like door handles. I like the roof line the way it is. To me, when I used to see them, it was just the simplicity of them. That's what drew me to it. The body curves of a Firebird, the beak of the grill, the short haunch on the rear, the short trunk lid, the fat tires on the rear. You know, the way it sit. Of course, the sound. But you get it. You get it. That's why you're listening to me talk. Now, granted, uh, I got some other issues with some other things, and I want to make some videos about them because apparently, I'll say it this way: everything is segregated. You can notice it or not notice it. Me and people like me, we notice it, but we don't say nothing. But I'm finna lay it on you. I'm finna lay it out for you. So if you don't see it, you will once I say it. Okay? So in the automotive world, apparently, they don't think there's enough participation. So they've created, or someone has created, another body of the Automotive Association, and it's called the AAAA. Now, I'm only going to touch on this for a minute, but in another video, I would delve off into what I think about it and why I don't understand why it's necessary. I just don't get it. Because I get it, in some parts of motorsports, you're not going to get a fair shake. But in other parts, it's participation on you. Drag racing, that's all on you. If you want to build a dirt track car, that's all on you. I mean, NASCAR, I don't know. That's a different arena, bruh. And you know, I know their history hasn't exactly been good as far as inclusion of others who are of other genders or ethnicities. So that's another discussion, but I think that's probably why that person went and did that. Me personally, I would probably pick something that's more inclusive that I don't need a team for, and I don't need somebody's large scale of money. If I ain't making the money and putting it in, then I ain't participating because it ain't worth it, you know. But we'll delve off into the another video. But just so you know, I have posted 2 more videos before this one where I was riding a truck and picked up a plethora of cars. Now, the videos before are me riding a truck, and I picked up a 70 convertible Mustang. It was grabber blue, blacktop, and then I give you the rundown on that. But I think what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start making videos on a plethora of things, not all completely car related, because you know what, the world isn't just revolving around cars. And I've seen some other people who were had platforms. Now this isn't a platform. This is just me making videos talking about the stuff that I like, the stuff I'm surrounded by. There's probably people like me. Hopefully, I've seen other guys in their garages and their man caves, and some of them look better than mine, some of them don't. But hey, I'm not a rich guy, so I put my stuff together the way I did, and it is what it is. I like it. I enjoy it. I mean, people come in my house and there's something to see. Every wall has something to see on it. You ain't gonna. You might miss something, and then they come over the next time. I didn't see that the last time. Well, there it is. It's all here. I mean, I got car parts. There's the bumper from the '67. There's the door, the seat right there, the back seat, the complete back seat from the '67 is over there. The console. Pop used to keep all his nuts and bolts in. It's over there. I think some other parts that came out the back when I took the floor out of it. But basically, I'm gonna try to streamline this to where it's not like everybody else's. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I've never tried to be like anybody else. I'm unusual, and I'm gonna stay that way. So no, I'm not gonna talk about Fox bodies all the time. I got one Fox body. Okay? I got 165. I got 167. I got 198. I got. What's the point of talking about one car? Okay? There's no fun in that. Let's talk about all of them. Let's have a discussion about what you think is the best brand. Everybody likes something different. I mean, everybody's gonna say, "Well, I like Chevrolet." Okay. There's nothing wrong with Chevrolet. I don't have anything against any of them. I know what my money will pay for. You know what your money will pay for. Like my buddy Rob. Rob obviously likes Cadillac CTS, CTS-V. Cammed out, new supercharger, all that. You do you, Rob. Bruh. Them cars are just, can't take nothing away from them. There's nothing I can say that's bad about them. I mean, luxury, and it runs like a scalded dog. What else is there? But I think that we can have some pretty good discussions on here. Ain't nobody finna get mad, because it ain't, it's all junk at the end of the day. It's all junk. Somebody hit it in the street, it's garbage. You're towing it away and you're buying something else. So it's all about what you love, what you want to do with it, what you want to throw your money at. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll say this. Keep it between the ditches. Don't make me have to come out here and get you. But if you do need me, I'll be right there to get you. I'll holler at you later.